Hi everybody, it's Lisa, Twyla's mom, and tonight for our crafting I am going to work on my crocheting. I'm making a kind of a, I don't want to call it an afghan because it's not that big. It's more like a throw, blanket for my third oldest granddaughter. Her favorite color is black, just like mine, but black is so hard for me to see. That's why when I come to the black row, I have to bring it in here to my table with the light shining straight down on it, and sometimes I have to take my glasses off to find the stitch. And yeah, I'm not sure what to even call this. I don't know. I don't know what to call this stitch. It's just one I think I saw someone do it, or I probably wouldn't have come up with the whole ideal. But basically you do a single row and then a double crochet. You do a single crochet row and then a double crochet row, but your stitches are always using the back instead of the front. Let's see if I can get you close enough. I'm working on the double crochet at this moment, but instead of going in this first one right here, you'll go in the back and you'll pick up right there, and that is what gives it this kind of a ripple right here, these ridges that you get in here. If I was doing the front stitch, you wouldn't get these ripples. So I don't even know what or how. I'm sure I saw somebody, and I've got a knot in this right here. I've got a knot in it. Yeah, I'm sure I saw somebody do this, but I couldn't tell you for sure. But it's not very big, it's not very long or anything. It's just big enough that she can cuddle up with it, on her bed or whatever. But like I've told you the past two videos that we've done, I am not here to do a tutorial. I'm just here to do a little crafting while we chit chat. And you guys don't have to be crocheting while we're doing this. You can just sit back with a cup of coffee. I happen to have some hot chocolate. Yeah, it's September. It's still warm out, but I wanted some hot chocolate, so I made myself some. While I have my little fan, my desk fan right here, can you see it in the corner? It's jiggling. I've got it going too, because crocheting when it's hot out, no matter where you're doing it, it's hot work. Yeah, I kind of have not been crocheting for a couple of weeks. Because I've just been busy, and like I said, it's been kind of warm, and we're just now see how I'm struggling to see that. Yeah, because this is black. Now when I get to the grays and the whites, I can take that in the other room and do it. But when I'm on the black row, whew, I have got to be right here under the light. But anyway, we have been getting warm temperatures, but our mornings and our late evenings have been cooling down considerably. So, like today, I was outside and I was able to wear jeans without getting too awful hot. So, that's a sign that fall. In fact, the first day of fall was either yesterday or today. I can't remember which, but yeah. So my official work day was actually last Thursday. I did not go to work on Friday, and I did not go to work on Wednesday, and I called them because this week was a 3-day week. But I thought to myself, it's like, why am I doing that? Why? No, see, I made a mess here. Anyway, I thought to myself, why am I doing that? I called in on Wednesday, and then later that day I called my HR, and I just told them, I said, you know what? I'm moving my last day of work instead of Friday to Thursday. And they said fine. So this morning I got my time card and my safety locks together, and I just drove them 40 miles away to turn them in, because if I didn't do that, I was going to get charged for it, and I didn't want that to happen. But while I was in that town, I checked out a thrift store that I hadn't been in. I don't even know, it's for charity, but I didn't catch the name of it. It's not like Salvation Army or Goodwill. I couldn't tell you what the name is. I didn't pay attention. But I knew this thrift store existed because Scott and I had drove past it a couple of times, and I'd always wanted to go in there, but Scott has this real, he doesn't like going to thrift stores, so I try not to make him go to thrift stores or anything, you know, when he's with me. Because I can have the opportunity to go and do those things while he's off doing his thing. But I went in this thrift store and I found some nice things, and they weren't real pricey. I found oh golly, now I'm not going to remember, a Lofton. It's at Lofton. Anyway, it's a name that everybody's heard of. I think it's Lofton. A mother with her baby geese figurine for only $2. And when I looked at, I can't find that particular figurine. I can find other ones that they made of a mother goose with her babies on eBay. And they're in the 20s and stuff. And this one though is really pretty. And no chips, no nothing, for only $2. I really thought that was a steal. I'm going to be tempted to keep it, but you know, it's really not my taste of decorating. I just thought it was really pretty. I was impressed with the fact that it still had the sticker on the bottom, you know, and everything. I want to say it was probably made in the 70s or 80s, but anyway, I also found, oh, what else did I find? I found some placemats for $3 for my Christmas pillows. I need to get started on those. In fact, I was going to sew today instead, but I was sitting here watching videos and I thought, oh, I got to do my crafting video, my crafting and my chatting video. And I was crocheting at the time that I was watching videos. So I thought, you know, I'll just keep crocheting, and maybe I can get this black all done while I'm talking to you guys, because my favorite color is black also, but crocheting it is hard for me because I cannot see, you know, the stitches very well. Especially this type where I'm having to pick up the stitch in the back. If I didn't have to pick up the stitch in the back, it may not seem so bad. And I am crocheting one of my hairs in it. So anyway, yep, I picked up some placemats for my pillow making. What else have I done this week? I've posted quite a bit of stuff on Facebook. Yesterday I made $40 using Facebook, just selling some crafting things that I no longer was using, and it's like, heck, I might as well let somebody else, you know, appreciate these things, because they're not doing me any good sitting here. And so yeah, I made $40. I sold some scrapbook paper that, you know, I had used a little bit of it, but I hadn't used it since. So I sold that. I sold some beads that I just had to buy them, had to have them, and I never did use them, so I sold those. I sold some rubber stamps, you know, that people make cards with and stuff. I never got the hang of doing stamps. I always made a huge mess with it, no matter how much I practiced and everything like that. And so it was like, why are you hanging on to this stuff, you know? So I did get those all sold, and everybody was happy and everything. For one thing, here in my town, we don't have any other crafting supply store other than, I'm going to have to go in the front with that one, Walmart, you know, and a few things from Dollar General. Even our Dollar Tree still has not gotten the new Crafter's Circle things, you know what I'm saying? You know, everybody's getting all the fancy things. I'm sure that eventually we will get them here in our town, because it is a Greenbrier item. But, you know, the Crafter's Circle. But we still haven't gotten it. So I don't know if we will or not. It may be one of those things that they go off what sells, you know, at that particular Dollar Tree. My Dollar Tree has never been one to get the new stickers or washi tape or anything, because it just doesn't sell really. Like, we still have, I noticed last week when I went to do my Dollar Tree shopping, that we still had the same strip of washi tape that I saw a couple of weeks ago. So it just doesn't, you know, a lot of people don't do the crafting, you know, or they just don't think to go to the Dollar Tree, I think is the big thing. Now these stitches are going to give me a fit, because I don't know if I messed up in that single stitch row or not, but it's not wanting to go well for me. But we will get through it. I will get through it. Yes, I will. And like I always say, if it's perfect, it was not homemade. It was not made at home. And I know I'm getting out of the camera shot and everything like that, but you know, these videos are more just for us to chit chat anyway. Tell you how my week has went and stuff like that. It's been great, you know. This first week I've been able to keep my housework done. I don't have to get up to an alarm clock. I've been able to fix my husband's supper, and I think he's appreciated that, honestly, because like last night he walked in, you know, I stay up until he gets home, and then I usually will stay up with him for about an hour and I'll go to bed. Now, he isn't typically ready for bed at that point because he just got off work. He probably will be tonight, though, because he has to go into work early tomorrow. But he walked in last night and he goes, "Oh my gosh, I smell food. What'd you make me?" So I had made him fried pork chops. That's the only way he really likes pork chops. He doesn't care for them any other way, but he will eat them other ways, but he prefers them to be fried. So I made him fried pork chops. Mashed potatoes and gravy, just in a package, you know, and carrots. Now, I didn't eat supper until he came home last night because I haven't had pork chops in a long time either, so I wanted some. But, yeah, so I think he's liking that. You know, I am home. I get him dinner cooked and things like that, and you know, he seems to be happy with that. We watch a little bit of TV when he gets home from work and discuss, you know, how his day went and everything. And oh, now I am making one heck of a mess here. And you guys probably are thinking, why is she showing us this? This was just my craft choice of the day. You guys will have to tell me down in the comments what you are working on while I'm doing this. What are you guys working on? Are you making Halloween cards? Are you making a paper project? Are you doing a little bit of sewing? Yeah, you'll have to tell me. Or are you just sitting back watching me struggle with this black yarn? Oh, that's probably what I would be doing. I'd be sitting back with my coffee, my tea, my Coke, whatever, sitting back saying, "Oh my gosh, she's having one heck of a time with that yarn." Oh, and I did kind of redo my craft room a little bit. I know, I'm always redoing this craft room. But, you know, I was getting I'm kind of outgrowing the sugar skulls all over my room, right? I still love sugar skulls. I always will. And, in fact, I have a tattoo of a sugar skull. Yeah, I have a tattoo. Well, I have two tattoos. But one of them is a sugar skull. But here in my craft room, I was kind of outgrowing it a little bit here. And I decided to get rid of the tablecloths that I keep putting on my table here. Mainly because one is never quite long enough. And it's too wide. And I always got to fold it in half and everything. And then it gets worn out. And it just gets kind of ratty looking after a bit. I can't use hot glue on it or anything like, you know, if I dripped hot glue, it would make a total mess. So what I did is I went and got contact paper in black and white marble, because black is my favorite color. I really was kind of thinking I wanted purple. I don't know why, but I kind of thought I would want purple. But of course you can't find purple contact paper. At least I never have. You probably could on Amazon or something, but I just went to Walmart. And I saw the black and white marble. And I thought that is perfect. I like that. And so that's what I did. And I put the contact paper, see right here, on my table. I also put it on my shelves, my white shelves, because For one thing, they're just getting kind of old, and you can only clean that plastic so much before it gets to the point, whoops, sorry guys, it does get to the point where it kind of gets discolored, and, you know, and everything. So I just kind of lined it, and you'll notice it when I do a video that shows it and all that. But so I've been working on that, but I ran out, and I still have a few more shelves to do, so I've got to get some of that. I'll wait until I go grocery shopping and just pick that up while I'm doing my shopping. Let's see, what else have I done? Just basically just keeping myself busy. It's gonna be a learning curve for me, because I don't want to get bored with doing the same old thing. So I've been trying this week to set routines. Like every day I clean a different room, you know, do a good cleaning. Like today was supposed to be my upstairs bathroom. I was supposed to give it its good cleaning for the week, but I had to go up to work to turn in those things, so I didn't get to do that. But I did do my, what I call a 15-minute pickup in my house. I always used to do that when I worked third shift. When I came home from work, I would do 15 minutes where I would vacuum the floors, I'd wipe the counters, I'd, you know, wipe off the toilet, wipe off the sink in the bathroom, pick up anything that needed to be put back in its place. And the total would take about 15 minutes. I'd just go through each room and do it real quick. And that's really helps stretch out. But since I'm home, I've decided I am going to do one room a day where I would do the good cleaning. So I've done every room downstairs. Like I did the utility room one day, the bathroom, then the kitchen, then the living room, and then today I was supposed to do my upstairs bathroom, but I had to go out of town. So tomorrow I really need to do that when I do my bedroom. And then I will come downstairs and do my 15 minutes worth of picking up real quick, you know, vacuum real quick, wipe down counters, you know, and, you know, take out trash if it's needed, you know, things like that. And then hopefully that means on Saturday and Sunday, all I have to do is like a 15-minute clean sweep of the whole house, and then start over again on Monday. So I've been doing that. Then I've been posting on Facebook. I put a few things on eBay. We used to sell on eBay all the time. In fact, my husband still does on occasions. Not as much as he used to. He used to bring home some good money on eBay with his toys, but then he got kind of burnt out on it, so we just hadn't done it anymore. And I got burnt on eBay long before he did. I think I sold on eBay for, oh golly, 4 or 5 years. And it just got to where eBay was not very nice to the sellers, and you know, you struggled to get good feedback. And you'd have somebody who had like 15,000 feedback, and they wouldn't leave you feedback. And that used to make me so mad. Now, I didn't have a problem with someone who bought something from us who had very little feedback because they weren't used to, evidently they weren't used to how feedback works for an eBay seller. So that didn't offend me too much, you know. I would be like, well, you know, once they get more feedback themselves, they'll understand how it works for buying and selling with feedback. But the people who had lots of feedback and they wouldn't even bother to just give you that feedback back, it was so irritating, drove me nuts, and I just kind of got burnt out. And then eBay just really, like I said, they don't take care of their sellers very well sometimes. And it used to be you could refuse to sell to someone who had less than 25 on their 25 points on their feedback. You can't do that now. You can't refuse that anymore. And you could say no returns. You can't do that now because even though you say no returns, eBay still will do that. But needless to say, I did put a few things on eBay. So I've been kind of keeping up with that. But I've done pretty good on the Facebook Marketplace. So I got to the end of my row, guys. Yes, I did. I got to the end. And I think she's going to like it. I hope she likes it anyway. So, but that is what I have been doing all week. What have you guys been doing, huh? Oh, and I had to buy a new laminator this week. Yeah, I was making Halloween bookmarks, which I will have to test out. Maybe I'll test out the new laminator next week because I haven't used it yet. But I'll do that, show you my new laminator for next week's crafting, and we'll make some Halloween bookmarks together. How's that sound? Yeah, I should do that next week. Yeah, my laminator, the dumb thing, I've had things get stuck in the laminator, you know, but this time I don't understand how, because it was just like paper thin, you know, like not even that thick. It was like this thin. It was thin paper. And it got all wound up around the thing. Oh my gosh. I really think it was just past its time to do that. I'm thinking that laminators is like everything else. You know, those wheels inside of them get kind of gummed up and stuff. And yeah, and I think that was the problem, but I can't be sure. I tore that thing apart. I mean, seriously, I took it apart, took all the screws out and everything, trying to get this piece of paper with this laminating off of it. Well, I almost get the thing off the rollers, the paper and the laminating sheet and everything off the rollers, and I'm looking at this mess here on my table, and I'm like, Lisa, you are never going to be able to put this machine back together. I threw it in the trash and got on Amazon and bought a new one. Yeah, because I just, oh my gosh, I was so mad because I love my laminator. I love it. I've always wanted it, a laminator, and when I got one at Walmart on Black Friday, that was it. I was hooked. I love it. So I was very, very disappointed when it broke down. But I want to say it's probably 4 years old now, and I use it a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. So maybe next week we'll do that. Anyway, I'm going to get off of here now, guys, because I got to the end of my black row. So now I'm going to do a single crochet of the multicolored, which is this right here. It's got white, gray, black in it. Yeah, white, gray, and black. I'll do a single crochet row with that, and then I'll do a double crochet row, and then I'll start over again with white, and then we'll do gray, and then we'll go back to the dreaded black. Oh my gosh, I love you, Andrea. I hope you realize that. But black has been hard for your grandma. Okay, everybody. I hope that you've enjoyed this little crafting chit chat with me. Like I said, I just happened to be crocheting while I'm watching videos, and I thought, you know what? It's Friday. I forgot. I need to make my crafting chit chat video. So I thought, well, I'm just going to do it while I finished up that row. So thanks for keeping me company, everybody. And hopefully next week.
Gas hard.
Oops.
To try to get yourself out of it.
Goodness gracious. I hit the wrong button on this computer. Anyway, next week I will try to remember to do the laminator with you guys. Try to remind me next week. Okay, guys, remind me in, a video that you watch. Hey, Lisa, don't forget, next Friday you're going to show us how to use that or you're going to show us your new laminator. Okay, so remind me. All right, I'm going to get off of here, guys. Have a great week. And if you're interested, on Saturday we are going to organize in the kitchen, of course, the Tupperware cupboard. We've all got one, and we've all got too many lids, not enough containers, too many containers, not enough lids. We're going to go through my Tupperware. If you want to go through your Tupperware while we're doing it, all right, okay. Oh yeah, and I scratched myself there. So that will be Saturday's organizing video. If you guys are interested in joining me, please do so. Alright, I will talk to you guys later. Don't forget to subscribe, give a thumbs up, and leave me a comment. You know I love to hear from each and every one of you. Bye! If I can hit the right button.